supposed to come up here right here now, man.
Right.
And here is break it down to you through the Spirit, right? You can understand what these things are. So read that.
Proverbs 10 and 25.
Give me Jeremiah 25 and 32.
As the whirlwind passes.
As the what?
As the whirlwind passes.
These are the whirlwinds. They're called clouds. They're called whirlwinds, man. Sometimes they're called stars, right, in the Bible. As the whirlwind passeth,
so is the wicked no more.
So when these whirlwinds begin to come on the earth, they're going to start doing more than just showing themselves, man. They have a technology that's ancient technology that the so-called white man can't even create.
All right, Shalom. This is Harwan by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. When I say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. All right, I was watching this video from this guy, Adam Abbott. I guess they changed their name, the Wi-Fi, and WFI camp or whatever they call themselves. Well, it caught my attention, the whole clickbait, right? How they do clickbait, which is nothing wrong with that. But it said Esau gets his head knocked off. You see how that sounds, man? So I clicked it, right? And I was like, all right, let me see what's going on. And as I click it, you got these guys, they used to call themselves Adam Abbott going in the scripture. So I wasn't listening with any ill intent, but I was listening with discernment and with a sharp ear. All right. And as I'm listening, I hear him go off again. Or out of context. How about that? Because this guy goes off, this camp that they're in, they go off on a lot of doctrine. You know, the abundance of their heart is filled up with false doctrine. They know the basis that the Israelites, you know, Ezekiel 37, they know that the Israelites standing upon their feet, looking like they got strength, meaning that the Israelites looking like God is with them, but they're not. The Lord is not with them. The way you know the Lord is with a camp is through the doctrine. That's what the Lord is showing. All right, the fruit, the wisdom, you know, and the prophecies. The prophecies going to back up the true man of the Lord, starting from Apostle Hara on down. All right, now as here, I'm going to read this real quick. Let's start with Luke 6 and 43, because I heard this guy, he was calling a lot of precepts. You know, just because people can call a lot of precepts does not mean that they're men of the Lord. Just like these church pastors, they can call a lot of precepts, or these Christians, but they can't break down those precepts. All right, so this guy went into a topic where they were talking about this recent spy balloons from China and these other nations that they were calling UFOs, meaning not that it was a chariot, but that they were unidentified flying objects. They just didn't know what they were, allegedly. And then they had the UAPs, meaning it was doing things that they didn't understand yet how these objects were moving. But they said they shot them down into the water. All right. One of them had propellers. So it was clearly man-made objects. Now, they said they saw the debris fall into the water. Or one area, they couldn't get it out in Alaska. Not that they couldn't find the debris, but that they couldn't find the debris because of the weather conditions out there in Alaska, where these objects fell at. So these are not chariots of the Lord, man. All right, they just can't get to the material that was left over because it's in the bad weather conditions. So this guy was going into it, Adam Abbott, he was going into the topic dealing with the spy balloons. And he said, right, get the scriptures in Proverbs where it speaks about the whirlwind. Yeah, the scriptures does speak of reference toward the clouds or the chariots moving like a whirlwind, or causing a whirlwind in the skies or in the ocean, like in 2 Ezra chapter 13, Ezekiel chapter 1. But But this scripture right here that he brought out that I'm gonna go into in Proverbs is not talking about that particular whirlwind. And then you have the whirlwind of the missiles, which is going to be a destroying wind. And then you have an actual storm whirlwind, a hurricane or a storm. Let's see which one he referenced to, and let's see if it fits the context of Proverbs 10 and 25. All right, but let's get into this real fast. Luke 6 and 43. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, man. And what they're doing is bringing forth corrupt fruit. All right. Yeah, they might say the Israelites. I don't even know what to say the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Right? But the doctrine, the topics they're bringing out, like Revelation 13:16, they're saying it's not the MOTB, the chip, right? The digital setup that they're bringing. They say it's not that. So they're going off. The Lord's not dealing with them, man. How can they warn the people? They're not sent here to warn the people the correct way. They're sent here, according to Ezekiel 37, not having the breath in them. Many are called, but few are chosen. Clearly, man. All right. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, man. Neither doeth the corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Yeah, you may have slip of the tongues. You may go off here and there and try to fix it. But this guy is proud, man. He's out there boldly just calling out scriptures. Yeah, give me this. Yeah, give me this. Yeah, I need this. Get this for me. And then when he go into it, he just kind of fumble it, winging it. When it speaks about in Proverbs 10 and 25, and it says the whirlwind, it's not talking about the chariot. But he made it seem like it's talking about the chariots. Even had his camp echoing it. You know, callbacks. Like, he's like, in the whirlwind. They're like, in the whirlwind. So it's like, yo, all right, let's get it. It says, for every tree is known by his own fruit, man. That's what I'm judging is his fruit, the wisdom that they're bringing out. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, meaning righteous doctrine, man. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh, man. See, out of the abundance of his heart, he's just winging it, grabbing whatever he can. And you could tell. Oh, let me get this real quick. All right, this guy is not spiritually discerned. This is 1 Corinthians 2. And I'll go to verse 14 just to get to the point. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh, man. See, the spirit of truth. This guy is carnal. They act spiritual. They have a look. They have a zeal, but not according to the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They're not giving out the proper vibration like a trumpet would. All right. For they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. Man, you gotta be in your spirit to predestined for you to understand this. See that? The Lord said, many are called, but few are chosen, man. And you look at their camp, a lot of them look like thorns. He said, does men gather fruit of thorns and figs of thistles? That's what they look like, a bunch of thistles and thorns. Following this guy, Adam Abbott, and they know he going off clearly, but they probably don't know it. Matter of fact, this is Sirach 6 and 5. Sweet language will multiply friends, just because they seem to be good speakers, call out precepts. The sweet language will multiply friends. All right, everybody want to be a part of something, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. You know. All right, so these scriptures have to be spiritually discerned. The spirit got to be dealing with you, man, for you to understand these scriptures, and especially in these times. All right, we don't need no wing masters. Proverbs 10 and 24, this is the scripture they went into, 25. It says, as the whirlwind passeth. Now, mind you, the mindset that the context that he was speaking in their camp, they were speaking in the context of saying the whirlwind is the chariot. And they were all like, gun. It says, as the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more. All right, so you can read that. They'll read that in that context, and they'll say, yeah, once that whirlwind pass over them chariots, the wicked is no more. But that's not what this is talking about. I agree. Yeah, once the chariots show up, the wicked Esau cannot fight against that. According to Revelations 12, the war in heaven. All right, and Zechariah, the curse that goes over the face of the whole earth. But that's not what this scripture is talking about. It is referencing to a storm, just like it's transitory, meaning it's here 1 minute, then it's gone. It's threatening, fearful, and dark. And then it's gone. The sun is always shining, even behind it. Just like Esau's rulership, there's a storm that's still going like a whirlwind. You know, a long, chaotic storm, but it's going to be temporary. It's going to disappear just like a storm does. Next thing you know, it's sunny and bright, and you hear the birds chirping. That's what this is talking about. Not talking about a chariot, man. Boy, man, these wing masters, man. All right, so let's read it again. As the whirlwind passeth, that's not talking about the chariot. So is the wicked no more. But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. All right. So the righteous is an everlasting foundation. Right? They shall remain. They shall be like a pillar in the kingdom. And the foundation through Yahushua, that's forever. But the wicked, they shall pass like a whirlwind, meaning like a storm. All right, here 1 minute, and then it's just gonna be gone. Let's get some scriptures to back this up the correct way. Not using it saying, yeah, let's go to Psalms 91, because that chariot, they got all kind of technology, and when they show up, Esau should be no more. That's not what this is talking about. You can say that, yeah, according to other scriptures, but not according to this scripture. As the storm passes, so is the wicked no more. 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, just like a storm, all right, worketh for us a far exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Meaning that, just like I read in Proverbs 10 and 25, where it said, let me get it real quick. As the whirlwind passeth, so the wicked is no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. Everlasting, meaning eternal. Weight of glory. Verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, see Esau's kingdom, but at the things which are not seen in the spirit. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. That goes hand in hand with Proverbs 10 and 25. All right, things which we see are temporal, like a storm. And the things which we don't see, the foundation that Yahushua laid in the kingdom, that's eternal. Not talking about no chariot, man. You know. This is Job 20 and 4. All right, because all the Esau's talking about their New World Order. You see them all over the media. You're going to see martial law troops soon, you know. They're ramping up their missiles and their technology. But all this is going to disappear real soon, man. Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So just like a storm, it's just for a moment. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach to the clouds, man. Bringing in their new world order and their riches, you know. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. He shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him, man. All right, so that goes hand in hand as well with Proverbs 10 and 25. All right, as the whirlwind is basically saying the storm is temporary. It's not something that lasts forever, like the sunshine. But the storms are temporary, just like Esau's rulership in these nations. But Israel is forever. Right? The light is always forever. But these storms, these nations, their rulership is temporary. All right. It says, the eye also which saw him, talking about Esau, shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Job 9 and 24, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. That place is not going to behold Esau anymore. They're going to, till he be, he that now letteth will let, until he be removed out of his place, or taken out of the way. All right, 2nd Ezra 11:37. And I beheld, it's talking about the 12 Caesars and the Roman Empire, all the way up until today, America, the claws, and NATO, and the EU, the revised Roman Empire. And as it were, a roaring lion chased out of the woods. That's talking about Yahushua, whom they crucified. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, so he sent his prophets out to prophesy against Esau. All right. Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts? The four beasts in Daniel chapter 7 and Daniel chapter 2. The Roman Empire, the fourth one, the fourth kingdom that's still ruling on this earth, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their time might come through them. See that? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth, with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with the sea. So it's a long time that Esau been ruling. You know, like a storm that's been going on for a while, like a hurricane. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. That's why they're wicked. For thou hast afflicted the meek, they afflicted the Israelites. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Just like a storm would destroy your whole land. That's what Esau does. They're like a storm. But all storms are temporary. Therefore is thy wrongful dealings come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. That goes to Obadiah. Esau is the prideful. The highest also have looked upon the proud times with Esau's rulership, the proud times, when Esau is in power. And behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. So they got the Lord said he appointed Esau's bounds that they cannot pass. All right, Isaiah 41 and 11. I'm going to end it with this. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. So all these nations that are against us, especially Esau, Jacob, all the violence of Esau that they've done against Jacob, all right, they shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, meaning you're gonna look for them, and shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, man, they fighting, swinging at you, and next thing you know, you look and they're gone. Just like a storm, baby. Tornadoes and pounding and hail and winds, and next thing you know, it's just gone. All right, that's how Esau's rulership is going to be to the elect of Israel. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. See that? Meaning wrestled with us, wrestled against us, fought against us. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. You know? So now let me get this real quick. This is 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets among the people, even as among the ones that's calling themselves Israelites, they're going to be false prophets. Even as there shall be false teachers among you, false prophets and false teachers. This guy had proven himself to be both. This guy Adam Abbott, whatever his name is, a false prophet, saying that the C-hip, the digital setup that Esau has is not the market of MOTB. That's what they're teaching. All right, so they're teaching false doctrine. So it makes them false prophets. And then they become false teachers when they speaking the scriptures out of context, saying that Proverbs 10:25 is talking about the actual chariot. It's not. That whirlwind in 10:25 is talking about the process of time, meaning our judgment is here one moment, and then Esau's gonna be removed out of the way. All right. Even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, man. All right. Damnable heresies. Heresy just means something that he made up. Even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. By denying the Lord, they speak blasphemy, meaning false doctrine. Denying the truth. By denying the truth and denying his men, starting from Apostle Tahar on down, by denying the true leaders and denying the true doctrine, they're denying the Lord. All right. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. See that? So I'm ended there, man. It's a false prophet. He broke the scripture down wrong right here. Proverbs 10:24. Start from 24 to get more understanding. Let's start from 23. It is as a sport to a fool to do mischief. See, they go out there just sporty, just talking out the side of their head, winging it. But a man of understanding have wisdom. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted, man. So the fear of the wicked is going to come upon these false prophets. That's not teaching the people correctly, not warning the people correctly. All right. As the whirlwind passive, not talking about a chariot right here, so is the wicked no more. See the context? Same way a storm passes, the same way the wicked is going to be no more. It's not saying the same way the storm passes, meaning as the chariots pass, the wicked shall be no more. He's taking it out of context. No, it means as the storm passes, meaning like the same way a storm is threatening and in your face at one moment and deadly, so is the wicked no more, meaning in the next moment it's going to be gone. All right? But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. All right, so with that, I'm going to end this. Say, hey, man, stay away from these camps, man. Avoid them. If you do watch them, listen with a sharp ear so you can rebuke their false doctrines and point them out. All right. Matter of fact, it's Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them, and the word mark goes into pointing them out. All right, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.